Live में ना, I don't have that much control of what will go out from the speaker ultimately. This new thing called YouTube, I should put something on that. And my first song which my dad recorded on a cassette was Ashik Bana Hai Aapne. 2010 was my first YouTube video that I put. I did engineering only in the first place, so that backup tha. Correct. Engineering was plan B. This is the first hook, and here the second hook comes.
He's another machine only.
Yeah. All these people, Carrie Minati, Ashish Chantilani, Bhuvan Bam, Harsh Beriwal, these are all OG YouTube creators.
One final word, something that maybe you wish someone would have told you in 2014, 15, 16 maybe. We started the Barbershop as a way to make Bombay Shaving Company culturally central to people. कि लोग तो बात नहीं कर रहे हैं तो ब्रांड को बात करना है.
Correct.
ब्रांड कैसे बात करेगा?
Correct.
So we will make content about entrepreneurship because we are a challenger entrepreneurial brand.
Okay.
So we will make this content and we'll try to subtly integrate our brand. We'll call it the Barbershop. In every episode, I will talk about Bombay Shaving Company.
Yeah.
I'll get people like Tanmay to come on and talk about Bombay Shaving Company, etc. And so hopefully the brand also becomes known. That's how you also got to know about it. And then at some point you'll see it in a store or you'll see it while browsing on Amazon.
Yeah, the visibility.
And hopefully you'll pick it up and then the product will be good.
Yes.
It's at a good price and you'll continue to buy. It's a long game, but it's a good game.
Yeah.
And because we are appealing, the people who are watching us now, Yashraj, are young entrepreneurs. Young people who want to do their own thing. It could be in the field of music, it could be in the field of consumer, it could be in the field of sports, whatever it is.
Correct.
But entrepreneurial log hai ye, right? Young hai. They look for inspiration, starting points, mentorship, guidance. That's if you see our comments or people, it's that nature. So we said, every year we'll pick up one skill. And October to December, we will teach that skill in whatever way we can to people.
Super.
So last year, and we said we'll pick up skills that are important to entrepreneurs. So last year we picked up the most important skill, which is sales. लोगों को सेल सिखाएंगे. So we said कि कैसे? We said ठीक है, we'll take our razor, we'll tell people कि आप इसको बेचो.
अच्छा.
और हम हमारे sales gurus को ले आते हैं. So we brought in the CEO of Godrej, CEO of Swiggy, CEO of Procter and Gamble, senior guys who've been doing sales for donkey's years. उनसे भी कराते हैं और उनसे we'll do masterclasses with them and we'll do like a competition with you guys. And we have a bunch of like thousands of people who became Razorpreneurs. कोई local trend में बेच रहा है, कोई factory में बेच रहा है. हाँ, well, it was awesome, right? And after like 45-50 days, we got 10 people in for a full episode on the Barbershop with the global CEO of Rakhi. It was a fantastic thing. Lovely. Like, cool, ये चला. Now, what's the next skill? And they said, if you want to build a great business, you be an entrepreneur, you have to tell stories. You have to learn the art and science of telling stories, which is content. Yes. And so this time we have made content central. Okay. And because of that, we were like, let's go to everyone who's a creator in their own field. It could be like you or Kenny or Tanmay or Revant, food farmer. It's totally different worlds. But everyone is basically telling stories to an audience, educating the audience, making their lives better. Doing things to give happiness, whatever. But they're now earning a living. They're doing it full time, earning a living. So they're building businesses of their own. They have made content a profession. By the way, they've also created social impact. So how do you do it if you are going to be an entrepreneur? So that was the thesis.
That's the idea.
And that's why we're here to talk to you. And Kenny said you should start talking to Yashraj about how long he actually was honing his craft. Because Kenny said this about himself also. It took me a long time to get noticed and recognized.
Yes.
And then one day it happened, and thank God it happened late. Because when it happened and everyone came to see who I was,
there was enough
work there. And Yashraj is a similar example. But today I wanted to kind of go deeper on just your journey of content. Like where you are today, I think everyone knows. You're now kind of your stature, your presence, your impact I think is clear. But the journey to get here, how it started.
No, exactly same. And I was one of the earlier consumers of Kenny's content.
Me too. What is the first thing you saw of Kenny?
First thing I saw was he did the Kenny, Tara and Jason reaction video. That was the first thing I saw. And then I discovered him that he has been trying to do VFX shots and he has done some Iron Man thing on his YouTube channel. Really interesting stuff.
He's really funny, by the way.
And I used to find him really funny and he looks like a very nice guy. You know?
Likable.
So I was also in the same, like 2010 was my first YouTube video that I put out.
And tell me about your life till 2010. Like, what were you doing? Were you working, studying? What were you doing?
Studying. 2010 I was in 10th standard. That was my last year of school. Then I got to do the Polytechnic.
Okay.
Electronics and Telecommunication. and then I did my engineering from Pune, Sinhagad College. But till 2010, I was musically, I was always playing the keyboard. I was not a very extroverted kid. I didn't go out to play cricket. I was always after I come from school, I used to be on my keyboard. And
oh really? And were you like trained, or were you just like tinkering with it?
Just enjoying what I was playing. And my dad used to play. So
He taught you.
Yeah, he didn't teach me, but we used to just jam, and I really enjoyed that. I think he also used to sing, so he used to encourage me to sing.
What kind of music?
Proper Bollywood music.
Really?
Initially, when the songs that still play in my house are old Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar songs.
Beautiful.
Every morning. This is every morning ritual. And I've been listening to those songs subconsciously right from the childhood. So I remember, like, I was 3 years old. My dad used to do shows. Not professionally, just because he used to like it. So he was doing Kargil show once to gather that money and send it to Kargil, because that is when the war happened.
He sings also.
He sings.
Wow.
And he sang, and he was singing Mera Mulk Mera Desh, Anu Malik's song. And I was 3 years old, and I just went up and sang with him just randomly, because I must have heard that song while he was rehearsing or something. So that was the first stage performance with me and my dad. And I wouldn't believe this, but they have got this on camera, so I have the video.
Wonderful.
So initially, like in the childhood, I was still playing the keyboard. I was really enjoying and singing. In 2000, I think, I don't remember the exact year, but there comes a point where your voice starts breaking and changing, no?
Correct.
At that point of time, Himesh Reshammiya's songs were really trending.
Yeah.
Himesh Reshammiya was at
2007, 6, 7, yeah.
7, Aapka Surur, that kind. So at that time, Aashik Banaya Aapne, wo sare gaane.
Jhalak. Fantastic music, by the way.
Yes, I love that.
Aapki Kashish is my favorite, by the way.
So I used to try to mimic that voice.
Okay.
So mimic karte I started singing like him. So I started learning the craft of singing, because I was just copying the notes and trying to sing. So that is how I sang. And my first song, which my dad recorded on a cassette, was Aashik Banaya Aapne, Himesh Reshammiya's song. And that is why I started playing. He got me a bigger keyboard than as I grew up.
And would you like perform in school?
Till then, I did not perform. Like in 2009 and 10, I got a little more confident. Then I started performing in church choirs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to play the keyboard in the church, and I used to do that every Sunday in 2009-10. Then in the school competition also, I started participating. I got a hand on my handicap. Very low quality video, but I thought there's this new thing called YouTube. I should put something on that. So I thought that everybody's putting English songs. I should also put English songs, because the reach would have been better. I put that in the video, still there on my YouTube channel. I put the camera on and I played Wake Me Up When September Ends on the piano very badly.
Green Day.
So yeah, Green Day. And I put it out. It got like 50-60 views. Then maximum, I think it got 300 views, because I shared it a lot. By
the WhatsApp bhi nahi tha, like
kuch
people forget how, like, people feel 2010 is recent.
Yeah,
but life was very different.
YouTube was also very different, because you only used to see the people who have subscribed.
Correct.
So subscription was a big deal.
Thing, yeah.
Explorer nahi tha tab. And then Facebook page, I started putting content, cover videos by singing
on Facebook. Okay.
On Facebook, because close community वहाँ पे जल्दी से share होता था. Then Instagram 2014, I think 13-14, I started putting content on Instagram. The same video जो, और तब तो limit भी था ना, 1 minute या 30 seconds ऐसा कुछ.
During your engineering time and all that.
Engineering time. All this while I was studying, and घर पे आके I used to just go to my.
This is Pune.
I think this is my PC. This PC, वो नीचे रखा हुआ है ना. Most of my work I've done on that PC initially. तो उसमें crack version था Magic's Music Maker. It's very टपरी software I got, and I cracked it, and then I used it. वो बहुत analog. My father helped me to get this local sound वाला था एक था. तो I didn't know how to put the wires ना, कहाँ से कैसे सीखेंगे. So he came. He was a local DJ mixer. So what he did was, इसका जो microphone input होता है ना CPU का, तो he got me a mixer का out लगे उसमें डाल दिया. I had no idea what he was doing. बट इट वो हो गया मेरा काम उसमें, और फुल नॉइज आ रहा है, कुछ आ रहा है, बट आई यूज्ड टू जस्ट एंजॉय कि यार क्या मजा आ रहा है. आई एम प्लेइंग समथिंग एंड इट इज गेटिंग रिकॉर्डेड. आई कैन डू मल्टीपल रिकॉर्डिंग.
Wow.
So yeah, so that is how I learned. But then YouTube became very accessible after a point. Internet थोड़ा और सस्ता होता जा रहा था, and I started learning about digital recording and digital everything. When I was here, Wi-Fi अच्छा नहीं था. But when I went to Pune, अच्छा Wi-Fi लग गया था. So when the Wi-Fi happened, then suddenly my entire learning process became very sped up, very fast. And then I started watching interviews of people that I like.
Okay. What was your inspiration at that time?
Amit Trivedi was the first thing, because by then I think Devdi was that one album which had really impacted me. मेरे को लगा कि बहुत मस्त है आदमी जो कुछ कर रहा है. And then all Amit Trivedi's album, No One Killed Jessica, of course Lutera, all those tracks. And I thought this is one man, this is I really relate to. And उनके सारे इंटरव्यूज देखे, फिर recommendation में सब आता था, AR सर का, AR रहमान, अनु मलिक, all these people. So somewhere in some interview,
the composition is where you are kind of going towards, like how do you like kind of put together or construct
how did I learn? So I'll tell you how I got to that software thing, because I heard somewhere someone saying कि वो तो आजकल Logic पे करते हैं ना, तो इसमें, so I thought that Logic is something that people use in the film industry, which is उस पे गाने बनाते हैं. So I went on to Google search किया Logic कितने का, 28,000 का, तो वो बहुत महंगा है सॉफ्टवेयर, तो वो तो नहीं ले सकते. तो I looked for some other options. But I think by the time 2016 में मेरा इंजीनियरिंग खत्म हो गया था, and I had started making cover videos by then.
So that's interesting. With music, people can also start focusing on performance and like kind of making your voice better, or like going into classical or going to studios. But you kind of went into the composition and internet.
Because I think I was shy. So I did not want to sing that much. Singing was not. I was okay only. By then I had started doing shows. So एक बार किसी ने they saw my video on the internet and they called my father, यार उसको भेज दो, हमारे घर पे कुछ है, इवेंट है, आप वो गाएगा क्या. तो my father was very encouraging कि जा यार, they want your voice to be heard, तो जाओ. तो I was shy, but I took my keyboard, I went there and I sang and I was coming back. तो जाते हुए उन्होंने एनवेलप रख दिया हाथ में. तो मुझे पता नहीं था कि आई एम सपोज टू बी पेड आल्सो फॉर दिस. तो घर आके देखो तो 5,000 रुपीज दे हैड गिवन. आई गिव इट टू माय मॉम की फर्स्ट टाइम समवन पेड मी टू सिंग. दैट वाज 5,000 रुपीज. नेक्स्ट टाइम आई यूज्ड टू गो एंड आई नेवर आस्क्ड फॉर हाउ मच आई विल चार्ज एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. I used to just go and sing the songs that I like.
Okay. Which was what at that time, 2016?
All 2016 में तब तक तो आशिकी 2 आ गई थी. So that entire album.
Correct.
Then all Imran Hashmi tracks, Imran Hashmi के गाने जो सारे थे. Imran Hashmi, KK, Pritam, all those tracks. तुम मिले, and then Pritam का अजब प्रेम, the album. And I used to make a medley. I used to figure out कि एक chord में कौन से आ रहे हैं, and I used to make it in a way that they would enjoy. So people used to like it. ठीक ठाक गाता था मैं. I was not very good, but I knew that I was not very good.
You and your keyboard, that's it.
Yeah, I used to do that. फिर when I started learning about this recording, I used to enjoy this more, कि multiple layer में recording, because I used to always think that live में ना, I don't have that much control of what will go out from the speaker ultimately. In music production, I can literally measure कि मुझे नहीं bass थोड़ा कम चाहिए, ये थोड़ा कम चाहिए, और मुझे I can make it sound exactly how it is sounding in my head. वो music production
picture in your head की है.
Yeah, I could वो क्या बोलते हैं, dissect the tracks in my head. कि ये bass बज रहा है, ये कैसा है, with all the songs that I listen to. Yeah, when I started doing the music production on Logic Pro X, तब जाके फिर और the learning became even more faster. That was 2016. I started using Logic Pro X. Since then, I have been using Logic, and it's the best music making software I think in the market, because it's so user friendly. The interface is amazing, and I still use Logic Pro X. All the songs that I've made are on Logic Pro X.
Wow!
So yeah, that's what YouTube was, and then how to use Logic Pro X, how to get this speaker. I got this from this idea from a YouTube channel only.
Okay.
So he did a very good video where he explained कि कौन सा interface खरीदना चाहिए, what speaker to buy when you have a small room, कैसे रखना है, that if you look at it, that its face should be you should be at the center. All these little things.
They matter, but
yes,
they matter a lot.
So the technical things, I learned everything from YouTube, and that really worked. So yeah, and then 2018-19 I started doing, like I started experimenting with
So you started with like your dad teaching you and putting the music in your ears. Like
Yes.
there's also an ear, right?
Yes.
So because you're listening to it every day, people forget it takes a long time to appreciate music and it becomes effortless.
Yes.
Then 2010 onwards, you started kind of your voice started breaking, started understanding what kind of music you like, started finding inspiration, realize that composition is where your heart really lies more than performance, and started setting up infrastructure to create it.
Yes.
But was there an end in mind? Or was it just कि मेरे को पसंद है करना? Were you doing a job on the side after engineering?
No.
Or?
After I was not qualified also because मेरा last semester तक backlog था. But the plan was never to do a job.
And so how were you funding this? How were you comfortable? Or were you like figuring out ways to make money on the side through music also?
No. So till 2015-16, I had started doing jingles and some freelancing stuff.
Okay.
And the first laptop that I got was from my dad. The laptop on which I started using Logic. And as I told you, the live was happening. That was there, but that was not much. But after engineering, actually, when I came back to Aurangabad, I started doing that freelancing stuff because by then people had started putting YouTube videos. So they used to look at the videos and DM me or Facebook पे message करते थे कि यार वो video में जैसा किया ना, we want something like that.
For like an ad or something.
For us, we want to make a cover video. So we don't know how to use the music. Can you produce this track for us? So that is how I started charging them.
Okay.
And I think 2018 was the time when I also got into background music. So I used to do background music for short films. किसी ने यहाँ पे बता दिया, वहाँ पे बता दिया. There was a series on Sony Marathi that I did a few episodes of.
Which one?
It was called YD. You are down. So it was a limited series. I did a few episodes of that. So here and there I used to do little stuff. And I knew that YouTube is something, if I take YouTube seriously, I can really make money out of YouTube. And but by then I had started charging for producing music for other people.
Correct.
So YouTube was happening. I was not earning from YouTube. YouTube से कितना था? मैं 200-300 रुपए ऐसा आता था by that time. But I was doing freelancing stuff. This was 2018 after the engineering. And I was very clear because I did engineering only in the first place so that backup tha.
Correct.
Engineering was plan B.
Correct.
But this was plan A for.
And what was that big aha moment for you where life kind of went into a new orbit? Do you remember crystal clear what was that piece of content or what is that piece of music that kind of put you, or like that 2-3 pieces of music that kind
while
of
learning
and then now 2018 onwards?
Yeah, so while learning it was that when the Wi-Fi access that part is very important because suddenly I was able to access whatever I want. Here I was doing that but रुकना पड़ता था बहुत कि ये अभी there's some idea that I want to learn. Then I don't know how to do it. Like Google it, फिर YouTube वीडियो लोड हो रहा है, फिर मेरा पैक खत्म हो गया. तब तो प्रीपेड पैक्स होते थे, ये खत्म हो गया. मतलब वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट थोड़ा था. But when Wi-Fi suddenly एकदम स्पीड आ गया ना, then suddenly I started clicking on back to back. इसके बाद ये देख लेता हूँ, इसका रेफरेंस में वो वीडियो है वो देख लेता हूँ, उसके बाद में वो है वो देख लेता हूँ.
And that curiosity to learn was constant, is it? Because you just wanted to keep
but it was very exciting. I used to enjoy it. कि यार अच्छा ऐसा है, अच्छा मिक्सिंग होता है, मिक्सिंग मैं नहीं कर रहा था इसलिए मेरा साउंड वैसा नहीं आ रहा है.
और ये सब आप अकेले कर रहे थे? Was it like a interest group of 4-5 people?
No,
10 people की लोग like with Kenny for example, he was saying there are a bunch of comedians who kind of would jam with each other, would feed off ideas and so on. But
I
you
think
seem to be
comedy
like a
so
solo.
it is very difficult because then you require someone to bounce off the jokes or something.
But with music like you're on.
With music यहाँ पे क्या होता था, like I used to make something on the computer. और मुझे लगा बहुत सही बना है, हेडफोन में सुना बहुत सही बना है. आई यूज्ड टू टेक इट इन माय फोन और समथिंग, फिर आई यूज्ड टू प्ले इट इन द कार, तो पूरा मिक्स हिल गया. इट डजंट साउंड एनीथिंग लाइक दैट. सो आई यूज्ड टू फिगर आउट अच्छा इट इज द अकॉस्टिक ऑफ द रूम इन व्हिच आई एम सिटिंग. करेक्ट. इट इज इम्पैक्टिंग इट. तो मेरे रूम में अच्छा सुना देता, बाहर किधर नहीं सुना देता. सो द फीडबैक इज विद इन ओनली. तो खुद का खुद सुन के आई यूज्ड टू आइडेंटिफाई. एंड देन आई फिगर्ड आउट कि अच्छा देयर इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ मिक्सिंग ट्रैक. देयर आर मिक्सिंग engineers dedicated to do that only job, where a composer composes a song, sends those stems to that mix engineer और फिर वो 2-4 दिन लगा के उसको मिक्स करता है. करेक्ट. फिर वो जो वेव फाइल बनती है वो मास्टरिंग इंजीनियर को जाती है लंदन में कहीं. मैं प्रीतम सर का किसी इसमें देखा था. प्रीतम सर ने बोला था कि दैट द प्रोसेस ऐसा था, उसकी उसका मास्टरिंग अच्छा नहीं हुआ था. सो आई गॉट टू नो अच्छा मास्टरिंग अच्छा.
सब यूट्यूब पे सुन रहे थे?
सब यूट्यूब पे इंटरव्यूज में. किसी ने कुछ बोल
That is
दिया
insane, man.
I used to love that, and क्योंकि किधर से भी information मिल जाए,
हाँ.
and also this also like someone recommended me a channel on YouTube
हाँ.
कि जहाँ पे ये तू सीख सकता है, because he was also an Amit Trivedi fan, and we got to know each other from a Facebook group,
हाँ.
and he saw my profile that I used to constantly keep on putting Amit Trivedi stuff.
How much content were you churning out at that time? This 2018, 2019?
Slowly, I was slowly. I think two videos a month.
Okay.
But there was no structure to it. क्योंकि I used to make कि मुझे पता चल कि momentum कैसा चल रहा है. अभी भी मैं वैसे ही करता हूँ. There's no structure. There's no calendar to my content putting. जब मुझे पता चल गया कि अभी dip जा रहा है, there's like one content is to be put today. तो I do that. और idea नहीं आ रहा है तो अभी अगर डालूंगा तो जो ऑलरेडी जो मुझे भूल चुके हैं फॉलोअर्स उनकी फीड में आ जाएगा जो मुझे पसंद नहीं करते और उनको याद आ जाएगा कि इसको अनफॉलो करना था तो अनफॉलो हो जाएगा. सो दिस इज द रॉन्ग टाइम टू पुट दिस कंटेंट और इफ आई हैव 3 वीडियोस लाइंड अप देन आई नो व्हेन टू पुट बट इट्स लाइक वेरी इट कीप्स चेंजिंग देन दैट रियली अफेक्ट्स माय branded content because it is very hard for me to explain it to them कि अभी आज नहीं जाना चाहिए आप सुनो मेरा because I know that it shouldn't go today or it should go like 1 week later but they are like नहीं हमारा campaign out हो गया अभी हम कैसे करेंगे so but then I tell them कि फिर views का I can't tell because I am able to see that the engagement is down this month this week.
How are you able to spell this? Like is this like
it is just you get to see the numbers also and there's a wave of it. So right now I just today I put a video. So I know that if I want that engagement to go up the वो होता है ना comedians also do this कि you put a joke out they laugh and the graph to put the next tag on that joke is when the laughter is 70-80% down. You can't wait till they completely stop laughing. Okay, then it's off timing. You have to put it here. So they start, there's another peak. So you put another tag here, there's another peak. So content में भी वैसे करता हूँ. So as soon as the peak has started to go down, I can't wait to it to completely go down. Then they'll have to reignite it again.
Correct.
So it's somewhere here. But it's you can see it on the numbers. As soon as you start seeing the comments have started to
dwindle.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is how
but these engines
these are very very subconsciously right now
instinct है वो
basically instinct है वो लेकिन अभी लोग पूछते तो I figure out कि अच्छा ये ऐसा ऐसा हुआ होगा even with my video that went viral 2020 the Rasode Mein Kaun Tha one.
And did you put out stuff like that before?
Yeah, I had.
Okay.
In 2009 since 2019 I had been putting out. I think that was my 10th or 11th video that
of this nature
and I thought that this idea is completely done now. This is my last video and I'll stop doing this and do something else in content only but something else. So that blew up because again that
and did it blow up instantly or it took a while for it to
no instantly it was very instantly because like here only I put it at 5 p.m. and by next I was at 6,000 followers. By next day 5 p.m. I was at 100,000 followers. By next day after that I was 200, 300. Every day by 100,000 it was increasing.
Really?
And similarly on my YouTube also.
And same video?
Same video. I'm talking about followers. So तब तो post था, reel नहीं था तब. But हाँ तब
उसी video से Instagram and YouTube both blew up, is it?
Yeah, but as Kenny said, because this blew up, people came on my profile कि क्या करता है ये and there were already 9 more videos of the same nature before that
so
they just kept click the follow button but again the 2 videos before that video were this was the 3rd tag on that joke इसलिए this blew up because this came at the right time when the previous video was I think Charsulli Gardulli Rakhi Sawant Charsulli before that it was क्या करूँ मैं इतनी सुंदर तो क्या करूँ मैं इतनी सुंदर was there उसके कमेंट्स नीचे चले गए आई पुट चरसुली गर्दुली चरसुली गर्दुली नीचे गया तो आई पुट रसोड़े में कौन था सो दिस ब्लू अप बिकॉज बाय दिस टाइम पीपल हैड ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड शेयरिंग इट
so like a mini momentum that you had kind of captured this like had its own magic and then what happened to life after that
completely upside down पूरा उल्टा and I used to work by my pace by then but suddenly this happened. Suddenly I am being contacted by news channels first of all पहले तो because some politician said that, quoted that line in some interview. Then some politicians shared it on their profile. Actors started sharing it. Actors started doing the whatever dubs.
Started following you also.
Started following me, commenting on this thing, and then products started coming in. Hampers. ये पूरा भर गया. There's all this entire this thing is with the hampers only. I don't know how many interviews I gave because I did not know how to say no. So I used to say yes to everybody. And there was no manager, there was nothing. I used to do everything myself. I had a friend, Raj. I used to just tell him कि मुझे help कर दे बस because to sort करने में. And yeah, so that was there. And
how long did this last? Like this whole wave of
at
fame?
Least for 3 to 4 weeks. This was there for the first video. Then I put another one. Then again it kept on. I did not want people to know me just for this one video.
Correct.
So I very consciously, very quickly put other video, Tuada Kutta Tommy.
Oh, that also you had done, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That also equally big?
Yes, because it was in the same, again, the timing was correct. And
how long after, and was this like COVID time, right? So
COVID time. This was COVID time. So people were in their houses looking for fresh content, and this came at the right time. Then
how did you find Tuada Kutta Tommy?
Big Boss, I was watching Big Boss.
But एक second बताओ. If you see that dialogue randomly, it doesn't stand out. But you have an eye for it.
Yeah, it stands out for me. Like I can immediately listen to a Bhangra beat happening after that dialogue.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a switch.
Immediately.
And you think is that talent or is that skill which you have honed over a period of time?
I think it's skill. It is skill.
I saw another video of yours where there's that Shravani. Rajma chawal banayegi mummy. I find that girl incredibly awesome. I was following her separately.
Yeah, she's very cute.
And then when I saw you do, I was like, oh my god. And then like instantly you could see that.
Yeah. Because I've made a few jingles also, and I have got the knack to find a hook. And that's happened over last few years only after this video has gone viral. But that hook is like, I know that आज तो Sunday है, इसका अगर गाना बन जाए तो मजा आएगा. That much I know. So I just have to make something around it now. But hook तो ready है. Hook तो उसने दे दिया मुझे. इसलिए तुआड़ा कुत्ता टॉमी, साड़ा कुत्ता मेरी कोई feeling नहीं है. So again this hook is the song. Like we are in time right now where hooks are the song.
Matter,
And छोटा time है 40-50 सेकंड में I have to just repeat that hook twice. And well, like the music production skill is there. But if the hook is good, it works. I have made some tracks where the hook was not there.
Okay.
I made a track with Himesh Reshammiya's dialogue where he says चले गए. You might not even know it. Because उसमें hook नहीं था. तो वो डाला मैंने, वो चला नहीं, तो I immediately got to know कि अच्छा hook चाहिए. There has to be something that remains in your head after the video.
And you bring that hook every 15-20 seconds into the song.
Twice is the game. Thrice is too much. One is it won't register only.
But twice is it?
Twice. One is the thrice मैंने एक में किया है, but then उसका build up भी वैसा चाहिए. But ideally it has to be twice. First is when it gets registered. Second is when they hit the like button. Is what I have figured out. There is no.
That is so specific, yeah. It's unbelievable. How do you know this?
While listening to the song, I get to know कि एक बार register हो गया है ना. 2-3 बहुत सारे videos में मेरा वो बैठा है सही से कि हो रहा है बराबर. There was one video I made. It was called I Love to Suffer. उसमें एक ही बार था. तो the video was short. It didn't register only. It was a good hook. I love to suffer. वो the girl is saying it in, उसको English नहीं आती, हिंदी में कुछ बोल रही है. But she said I love to suffer because she was talking about traveling. तो वो एक ही बार डाला मैंने, वो register नहीं हुआ. बहुत बढ़िया hook था, वो waste हो गया मेरा. Because I did not put it twice. Thrice में it feels like it repeat कर रहा है. I think so. It might be like this because there is one video I can remember of. उसमें such a boring day, such a boring people. I have used उसमें 3 बार आता है, but it doesn't feel that repetitive because उसमें शहनाज गिल के साथ मैंने किया है. तो जिसका डायलॉग था suddenly she only appears in the. I do that Rohit Shetty thing also. कि suddenly like I make my regular videos. This is a regular video, and suddenly जिसका video बना रहा हूँ, that person only enters the frame.
Correct.
So it is like a special appearance in 50 seconds में special appearance. But it gives that spike.
Yeah.
Suddenly, if the person is only there,
You're like, this is like, wow.
Yeah. That's what Rohit Shetty does, no? In the trailer also, he does that. Yeah.
But how have you figured out that this is what my audience loves? Even Tanmay said this about you, that he has a finger on the pulse of his audience very closely.
Yeah.
And साल में 2 बार वो ऐसी चीज करता है. Like for example, I think even the looking like a wow.
Yeah.
That was insane. Like it was just, you knew the right time, the right thing to do with it. Like how have you, like, is it just instinct or you built it over a period of time?
It is instinct also.
Process बताओ थोड़ा सा.
Instinct तो है ही, just to get to understand what to pick is the instinct. But skill is to then make it melodious. Like to, अगर आप उसमें से वो, if you remove the dialogue, it should feel like it is a properly produced song. I mix my dialogue tracks and also the timing. So I knew that everybody was making something around that, looking like a wow. And even if I made a average sounding track on that dialogue, it would have landed.
Correct.
But if I just put some more skill and melody to it, and I थोड़ा और उसमें मेहनत किया ना, so I knew that I did that in one day, because I knew कि कल अगर मैं डालूंगा that will work. अगर if I'm even late by one day, the spike will go down.
Correct.
So in the morning I started. By late night I was done by the video. In the next morning I put it out, because I knew कि it has to go that time. नहीं तो गया. The skill is to turn it into a song. It has to sound like a song. It can't sound like an auto-tune loop version
of this.
It has to sound like a good song. Romantic.
Inspired by, but not the auto. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it has to, like the vocals. If you remove the vocals, if I can make you hear the track also if you want. If you remove the vocals, it is a pleasant song.
Can we hear it?
If you want.
Yeah, for sure.
So that dholak and everything in looking like a wow is, I'll show you. It is almost like Channa Meria, but not Channa Meria. And I put guitars, I put pads. Ki sweet lagega na. And the combination of her saying something funny with a melodious track only gives that dopamine hit. Ki funny, I have tried funny ke upar funny bhi. Like if the dialogue is also funny and the music is also funny, then it doesn't land.
Really?
वो cancel out हो जाता है.
So Kenny said something very similar today. He said, for comedy to work in a skit, you need a straight person and you need a crazy person. And the contrast is what makes it really comedic.
I think Bheja Fry is a very good example.
Correct. He was talking about Modern Family actually. There are some very normal characters and then there are some crazy characters.
Same. The Office is also. There has to be one sane person who is looking at the camera.
So he baselines it, not she baselines it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Looking like a wow, let me.
Logic Pro.
Best.
Is an Apple software?
It's an Apple software. Very good. Final Cut Pro also and Logic Pro X also. Very nice softwares.
And are these difficult to learn?
These are not actually. Logic Pro X is the most user-friendly interface. And if you start with Logic Pro X, the problem is that you won't be able to be comfortable with any other software then. Because it's very simple. These are the tracks. This is this. Now I'll just mute the dialogue. Okay. So if you just listen to this dholak and you'll feel like it is a So the melody also. This is the melody, and this is the
looking like a wow. So beautiful, so elegant.
This is the
so beautiful, so elegant.
And to make her voice also melodious, I add harmonies. So I sing the same line. This is what 6, 7, 8, 10 times.
So what all are you singing here?
Same line, but in harmonies. So
okay.
So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow.
In different notes.
And you superimpose this on her voice.
Yeah. So it feels like the choir is singing and उसका आवाज becomes this is the single take.
So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow.
This is then उसके 2 layer फिर इसके
So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like
So you are recording this and just like putting it here, then recording it again.
layering my voice 10 times so it feels like 10 people are singing around her and it feels like उसका आवाज warm हो जाता है एकदम. And this together sounds like
so beautiful, so elegant, just looking like.
and this dholak is very common. This is the Kabira Channa Mere.
Okay.
And this is my special sauce which I use in almost every track, which just gives it like very dreamy लगता है. This part. I love this part because then this makes it feels like very melodious. कुछ तो बहुत sweet हो रहा है. And the strings, of course. Now, if you heard this individual, this is a different song completely.
Yeah.
And again, the drum start.
So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow.
Also, this little gap. I know that there has to be some melody, so according to what she's saying.
So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow.
So continuity, yeah.
So elegant, just looking like a wow.
And how did you record that piece?
The flute. Flute is a VST instrument. Everything is VST in here. Live instrument hardly. There's no live instrument. I've got this dholak loop from somewhere, so it feels like it's a live instrument. But mostly it is just the keyboard, and Logic Pro X has its own set of instruments.
Wow. And then how do you then video this? Like
I first export this file, then I sync, edit it in the Final Cut Pro, sync her dialogues first, and then record I just recorded something today on this. So I put it here and then I dance to it. I take like 3-4 shots और फिर उसको कट करके
वीडियो भी आप ही कर लेते हो?
हाँ, वीडियो कर लेता हूँ. वीडियो को easy है. Video requires less skill.
Correct. The real effort is the composition.
And video का भी एक अपना उसका एक है mathematics.
Because a lot of your content is also very video first.
Yeah.
It's not audio first. YouTube and Instagram are very video first piece of content. So the song has to hit, but also what the people are watching also has to hit.
Yeah,
how do you get that right?
That, no. I'll show you today's video only.
झाली रांगोळी तयार. किती सोपं झालंय बघा.
मराठी.
जाळे आपल्याला चेंज करता येते. रोज सकाळी घरात ताबडतोब लक्ष्मी घराच्या आत. पावलाने झटपट तानापुढे पानापुढे देवापुढे देवघरात आतमध्ये बाहेर पुढे काढवायचा रांगोळी. तानापुढे पानापुढे देवापुढे देवघरात आतमध्ये बाहेर पुढे काढवायचा रांगोळी. संकटाला दूरच नाही ठेवायचं. सोडा भात चिकट कट काढा रांगोळी पट टाळा संकट फट सोडा भात चिकट कट काढा रांगोळी पट टाळा संकट पावलाने झटपट तानापुढे पानापुढे देवापुढे देवघरात आतमध्ये बाहेर पुढे काढवायचा तानापुढे पानापुढे देवापुढे देवघरात आतमध्ये बाहेर पुढे काढवायचा तानापुढे पानापुढे देवापुढे देवघरात आतमध्ये बाहेर पुढे काढवायचा तानापुढे पानापुढे देवापुढे देवघरात आतमध्ये बाहेर पुढे काढवायचा.
So this part,
रांगोळी तयार. किती सोपं झालंय बघा. जाळे आपल्याला चेंज करता येते. रोज
the end part also. So the drop beat has to close on a blank slate.
Okay.
Then you feel like that अभी खत्म हो गया. I can't, ये इसको मैं आगे पीछे नहीं कर सकता. Like this can't be here or somewhere here.
Why?
Because the music drop ends there, no?
Okay, and you want
the frame has to be the edit drop point and the frame has to be the same. All music videos are like that only.
Correct.
That is when it gives you a satisfied feeling.
And how do you know that the person is going to continue watching? Like the first 5 seconds with you at night looking at that also is thoughtful.
This is a great hook because this was not there. I just shot this because I was not getting a starting point. But again, this is something that is a funny thing which is not related to music. So there's something that.
रांगोळी तयार. किती सोपं झालंय बघा.
So it is funny here.
रोज सकाळी घरात ताबडतोब लक्ष्मी घराच्या आत.
And on the 9th second, it has kicked in.
Correct.
The beat has kicked in.
Correct.
So अगर इतना रुक गया तो end तक तो देख ही
लेगा. Correct.
And 9 seconds is okay because story में 15 seconds दिख जाता है. I can't extend this to more than 15 seconds.
So you have to get it right in the first 10 seconds. Yeah.
So yeah, 15 के अंदर तो आना ही चाहिए. अगर 15 तक नहीं आया तो बहुत already late हो गया है because Yeah, 9 second. This is fine, I think, because I wanted this reaction.
So I think the moment you start dancing, I think that's where you have the consumer hooked.
Yeah. So yeah, because now the beat has started.
At this point you're hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you'll watch it till the end anyway. And again, this is the first hook, and here the second hook comes. Do baar aaya.
Correct.
I can't put it again. Then again, it is a boring track if I put it again.
And you choose Marathi because you like it, or you just feel
This is the first time I've done a Marathi track. I usually don't because people don't understand. But this was just, the vibe was so good. I just wanted to do it. The Tata Pude, Pata Pude, Deva Pude, Deva Gharat.
Was that your wife or someone you have got who's
I put a story today only. Yes.
Was that your wife?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
So she's like kind of singing. So you kind of found a way to funnel.
She's been listening to it since 2 days. So that's it. Yeah. But Tata Pude, Pata Pude is. I just liked the thing, and many people had sent it to me also. ये चौरती बनो है को भारी है. So I thought, yeah.
What does your life look like, Yashraj, today?
Yeah.
Like, what all I've seen you got involved in cricket. You obviously do a lot of work with brands.
Yeah.
You you do work with other content creators, etc. What drives what you will do, what you will not do? Do you have a way to? This is now how my body of work is going to increase. This is how I'm going to monetize it. How do you think about your business?
Monetizing, I speak to Tanmay, but first of all, then he tells me what to do. But yeah, like last year I got this house in Mumbai. So the entire year I was doing brand works. You'll see my profile. Most of them are brand works because I did a lot of brand works last year.
Okay.
Because installment, ye, wo, saman lena hai, sofa lena hai, ye kuch bhi.
A company will reach out to you and ask you to make a music.
Make music jingles. I did about 15 jingles for 15 different brands.
Wonderful.
And I really enjoy it. I don't enjoy putting it on my reel. That I don't enjoy. I enjoy making reels.
Correct.
But usually
they put it.
They put it, but they come for distribution also. So I have to
collab karo.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I have to. I enjoy making the music of it, but usually they come for the skill and for distribution.
Because viewer feels I don't know why viewers don't like artists. Kind of.
Yeah, because
selling their art.
No,
for some reason.
No, it's not that. It's just that I also wouldn't want to watch something like in the middle of the content. I see a lot of comedy creators also. Suddenly, while speaking, they'll speak of a brand and then say something which is out of context, and it just feels off. Ki
artificial लगता है.
ये क्या लग? ये बीच में एक कैसे आ गया बीच में? कैसे टूथपेस्ट के बारे में क्यों बात कर रहा है suddenly? So it is just awkward, and the content का जो वो है, there's only few people who can.
Who do you think does it well?
Tanmay Bhatt.
Yeah.
There's no other person, I think, who can integrate a brand and make good content for audiences. I think it's only him, because you've seen all the cred ads and all the ads.
But usme it's not his content, it's his. Somehow he's figured out a way to put his stamp on something.
No, but on his this thing also, meme reaction also, he has made it so comfortable that वो कुछ भी बेच सकता है उसके ऊपर. Because his connect with his audience is also great.
Correct.
He speaks to the camera. He's funny, organically funny, very intelligent. People get to, his entire brand is very likable.
Correct.
So people connect to him. वो कुछ भी बोलेगा तो लोग वैसे ही खरीद लेंगे. But he has found a way in his meme reaction also. कि starting में he will send hello. This is this thing. ये 30 तारीख को हो रहा है. You can go and buy. बीच में डाल देगा. कुछ करेगा. The edit is also perfect. It's too good.
Yeah.
So I think the way he does it, and I think I think there's only Tanmay Bhatt.
Yeah.
He's too good, yeah. He's too good. He's on the top of the content strategy thing.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for so long, multiple formats.
Correct.
Long format, short format.
He's nailed it.
Yeah, he has made a कुत्ते का profile बनाया यार. He did a brand video with chat recently. मैं देखा Unacademy या किसी पता नहीं किसका था. Everybody who works at his house, they are also part of the content.
Correct.
His dog is part of the content. और अभी क्या मतलब? It's too smart. I should be. One should be able. And he only gave me this idea of the live thing. कि तू ऐसा कर, because monetization के हिसाब से you can.
So there is a lot of brand work and you did a lot of it last year, and you do. How many do you do, like in a year or a month or?
No, now because I've been doing a lot of brand work, that has hampered my engagement.
Oh, has it?
Yes, because if you keep on putting ads, people are not going to watch ads. So very consciously I'm going to stop doing brand works now, put more content and then concentrate more on my live set.
What's the live set?
It is it's very fun.
Okay.
And probably it'll be ready by I'll be performing it in the month of February.
Okay.
February में perform करके probably December तक वो ready हो जाएगा. It's a 1.5 hour set. इस पे just come and dance on my tracks.
And you're performing it where, like in a physical location, or you're going to release it on?
No, it's a physical location, like live this thing. And I've made some really good segments in those.
Okay.
So I don't want to reveal much because
is that like a ticketed thing?
So I think the first one will have for the audiences. First one. Uske baad I'll just start doing it with colleges and everything. I have not figured it out yet, but once I do, I recently did it in some event. I got a 10-minute slot
to test it.
Before that, I did in another event. It really landed well. Before that, the first time when I did, ऐसे 10-10 मिनट के slots में किया है, and पहला 10 मिनट किया है, performed it at a award function.
Okay.
All Bollywood celebrities. बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं थे, 670 of those sitting in a room, and I'm singing my tracks. It did not land only. Nobody reacted. इतना भी नहीं. Yeah, completely bombed. Nobody reacted. And I was completely prepared कि ऐसा मैं बोलूँगा, this way बाद वो आएगा. Nobody reacted. Maybe it was a very elite this thing, and that was not my crowd. They were all more than 40 plus people. So later then I got another event जहाँ पे I performed the same set and it killed.
And you can immediately make out the
the audience number was also huge this time. The last time I performed, there were about 2,000-3,000 people. 2,000 तो होगा ही मेरे ख्याल से. And
we were drinking. I'm assuming that
they were there to enjoy. And I was Kisna also was with me. RJ Kisna who wrote my song सस्ते नशे जिसने लिखा है.
Boss, वो भी insane है यार.
हाँ, I love that track यार, मुझे बहुत पसंद है. मैं सच में बोला, खुद के गाने के बारे में नहीं बोला.
The first time I heard was the monkey coming down the car, right?
Yeah.
Was that the first one or is that some version of it?
RJ Kisna made a video. He dubs usually. Dub करके डालता है. So that monkey video was floating around on the internet, and he did a dub on that. उसमें he said ये ऑंगजी बॉंग बिग बिग सस्ते में से तार चिपक गई छाती से. And I asked him कि यार इसको ना लेते हैं. And ये सेम जो मैंने किया उसमें बीट डाल दिया. And I was supposed to put it as a short video. And वो बीट ऐसा कड़क बन गया. Totally lost. मैं इसको तो लंबा करना पड़ेगा. Then we added Rashmeet's part. Then I asked Kisna only कि यार आप कुछ आगे लिख दो और अच्छा सा. तो he wrote some amazing lyrics and like
he's also insanely good, lyrically insanely good.
Yeah, his voice is also very, like he sings also very good. And this Ongzi Bong, the Bing Bing Book, कोई मतलब नहीं है इसका.
I heard that on a reel and I'm like, I want to hear this again. So I don't know what to put on it in the search term. How do I search for this? So I put phonetically जो भी, and I found it. I was like, boss, this is.
And this is one of the many songs and ideas that he has.
Yeah. वो तो video देख like that dog going behind the cat, like.
Yeah.
And his dialogues are just. Where is he from? Where is RJ Kutta?
He's from Delhi only, I think.
Delhi.
But very fun. Yeah, that was a fun track.
Okay, so there's live shows, there's brand stuff.
Yeah.
And what else? And there's YouTube.
YouTube is very minimal because my length of my videos is very short, so ad revenue इतना नहीं आता.
हाँ.
तो if I have 94 million on the first Rasode Mein Kaun Tha video, but because it is short, I don't make that much money.
Because
no ads, no. Because ad तो आता है. If it was a 10 minute के ऊपर का video, I would have been a very rich person. छोटा वीडियो तो उस पे ऐड नहीं आता ना इतना. But yeah, so that is why all these vloggers they put 10 से 12 मिनट का वीडियो so that at least 2-3 ऐड आ जाए. वो मुझे करना है गेम क्रैक. लेकिन अभी मैं like I know if I just leave everything and put my mind to vlogging, I will be able to within a year मैं अच्छा खासा revenue उसमें से कर लूँगा. But then I'll have to stop everything else and then show my entire life. But it is, I think
you also started getting into education a lot. You like now started teaching people how to make music. Why? How has that happened? Like,
teaching as in I did a few here and there. I did.
क्या पैसे कर सकते? I saw like I've seen you can
reels
do this.
में ना?
हाँ, reels.
Yeah. That I enjoy. उस पे reach इतना नहीं आता है, but I know that I'm building a community there.
And you think there are more people like you who are kind of want to become internet composers and kind of do
Now
more
there
and
are
more
many.
stuff?
Now there are many people are there.
Who do you like? Who's coming up?
I don't remember. Is Marathi? He does this dialogue thing in Marathi. He has his own way. I think Rohit something.
Okay.
Purohit or Rohit is his name. I'm not.
Is it that Tamdi guy?
Tamdi तो is critics. That is different. वो तो trans करता है.
अच्छा.
He's also very good.
हाँ.
Very good. But this is Purohit, and then there is like Anshuman is not upcoming, but I really like what he does. Anshuman Sharma from Delhi.
What does he do? So
He does something similar, but he was one of the first persons to go viral. Before me, he did a video where he explained how to sound like Ritviz in 1 minute.
Yes, I've seen that.
You have seen that?
I've seen that. Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, so that guy, very talented. His understanding of Western music and he's too good. He's a music producer. I like his work. Then there are comedy creators that I really like. But music में अभी कम है लेकिन आ जाएंगे और बहुत सारे. There are 1-2 creators बहुत ही. There are independent artists who are making their own songs that I really enjoy. There's a girl called Utsavi Jha.
Okay.
बहुत अच्छे गाने बनाती है. And मतलब all these artists are like बहुत दिल से composition करके डाल देते हैं बस दुनिया में कि देखो अब मिल गया तो मिल गया. And their own community is so strong. There's a guy called Siddharth Pandit.
Okay.
उसका music, sir, it just blows my mind that people have still not discovered it. Independent songs. He has made 3 seasons of his album called Azad Sangeet.
Okay.
And all the songs in the album are just so good sound wise.
What's the genre? What kind of genre?
It is it's mixed actually. ये थोड़ा folk भी करता है बीच में कभी-कभी. He has his own sound, which if you listen to the track आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. But it is not generic at all. उसका एक अपना taste है, and he's going to blow one day. Like एकदम से suddenly फटेगा एक कोई गाना उसका, and people will realize कि कहाँ था इतने दिन.
And it's good that he now has so much music there, so people will come and kind of.
And very nice person also.
Where is he based?
I think he's from Mumbai. He's from Mumbai. So I think he produces for other people also. But these 3 albums, and the lyric writer Alok Ranjan Srivastav, who writes for him, also does my jingles. So in my jingles, he writes all that brandy stuff, and वहाँ पे he just nails it. It's a beautiful. All these people are really talented people.
That's amazing. Because I think the community of creators also it matters, right? To be a part of it.
Yes.
Like who helped you other than Tanmay? Like how did you kind of did people invest in you? कि यार Yashraj तू ऐसा कर का, this is the kind of stuff you should do. Think about building out this skill. Who was? Just learning along
I think Tanmay Bhatt is like that for many people.
Yes.
So Tanmay Bhatt is definitely on the top. And in general also, the first time when the video got viral, I told you that brands started coming. And I didn't know how much to quote, what to quote, what is my price, how do I price? How do I gauge how much I'm worth?
Correct.
It's very difficult.
And you're right. There's no way to measure it also.
Yeah, and it was growing. So I did not want to sound rude. I did not know how to speak about monies and all. So first I think I was a fan of Anurag Kashyap. He had shared my video. So I went to meet him in Mumbai. And first thing he asked me कि किसको मानते हो, किसके fan हो? मैं सर अमित सर का fan हूँ. He took out his phone, set up a meeting with Amit sir. On the same day I met Anurag sir, and in the evening I met Amit sir. He set up a meeting. Then second question he asked कि पैसों की बात करना आती है क्या? बोला नहीं आती सर, मेरा तो अभी है. So he took out his phone, he connected me with an agency, and then I worked with them for a year. Yeah. So people like that. First day I was some big brand called. SSI messaged me on WhatsApp. So I didn't know how much to quote. I spoke to Ashish Chanslani. आशीष चंचलानी gave me a number कि यार ये तेरा प्राइस है, अभी इसके नीचे कोई भी कुछ बोलना. इतना देते हैं क्या? इतना देते? हाँ इतना देते हैं, तो इसके नीचे कुछ मत बोलना. मतलब इसके नीचे किसी का फोन भी मत उठाना, कुछ मत करना. This is your price. People will try to get you for negotiate a small price. तो सच में बोल दूं क्या इतना? हाँ बोल दे, मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो. So like people like that really help, and the creators community is all that, because they all know कि same ही ship में सब लोग collab करके, right? Today only Carrie Minati put a big collab video.
Okay.
There are about 15-20 YouTubers in the same video. He has managed to get them all. So again he's another machine only. Yeah. Carrie Minati, all these people, Carrie Minati, Ashish Chanslani, Bhuvan Bam, Harsh Beriwal, these are all OG YouTube
YouTubers.
creators. So they have been for a while. They understand the
Art and
YouTube
science of
algorithm
it.
so well. They have, and because they have been doing this for a very long time, their community is so strong.
Yeah.
The problem with me, like one video going viral, is that the community doesn't become strong, because suddenly if there are 2 million people gathering, so they want a certain kind of content.
Correct.
They don't know me as a person. But people who have been following Bhuvan Bam since the time he was making videos in his
BBK
terrace,
Vines and all that.
that is a loyal audience that has grown with him, and they'll watch his Taza Khabar also. तो कल अगर उसकी फिल्म आएगी तो वो भी जाके देखेंगे, because they are growing with him, they are connected.
It's this guy, yeah.
वो तो कब भुवन बाम used to say that in like 2020 के पहले, कि अगर मैं किसी को बोलूँ ये फिल्म देखने जाओ तो 10 में से 8 लोग जाएंगे, इतना मैं बोल सकता हूँ. That kind of influence he had with his community.
And he knows it also.
He knows it also.
What do you think you can become from a creation artist? All this, क्या करना है? Like, how do you think about the future, next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years?
2-3 different goals I have. One is the financial goal which my friend told me कि वो अभी फाइनेंस कर रहा है, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर है वो. तो बोल रहा है कि देख अपने को ना 30 करोड़ चाहिए टू लिव अ लग्जूरियस लाइफ. 30 करोड़ तो सिर्फ बैंक में भी रखेगा ना, तो इतना आएगा.
महीने का 15 लाख आया था 30 करोड़ पे.
ईयरली का तेरा हो जाएगा
आफ्टर टैक्स.
तो ईयरली का तेरा हो जाएगा. सो जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट अपने को 30 टच करना है कैसे भी. ठीक है, तो ये दिस इज अ गुड लाइक गोल टू हैव. देन अब देखते हैं 30 कैसा हो, कब होगा. बट देन दैट इज देयर. मेरे को ऐसा चाहिए कि ऐसे गाने बनाऊं कि कॉम्पोजिशन गुड सॉन्ग्स, जो मैं अपने लेवल के लिए अंडर रिलीज करूं, और एटलीस्ट मेरे मतलब एक बड़े चंक ऑफ नंबर के पास टॉप 10 गानों में मेरा एक गाना हो जाए. लाइक जैसे मैं जिन कंपोजर्स को एडमायर करता हूँ उनके, लाइक लेट्स से AR रहमान. सो इंडिया में आई थिंक देयर मस्ट बी बहुत ज़्यादा लोग नहीं होंगे जिनके टॉप 10 लिस्ट में AR रहमान का गाना ही नहीं है. ऐसे बहुत कम लोग हैं, हो गए नहीं.
करेक्ट.
सो आई वांट कि ऐसा कुछ हो जाए कि एक गाना मेरा ऐसा कुछ बन जाए दैट आई वांट टू बी जस्ट फॉर लॉन्जेटिविटी, कि आई वांट टू बी रिमेंबर्ड फॉर अ वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. तो अगर उसमें ऐसा हो जाए तो मजा आ जाएगा.
So will that mean going into movies? Will that mean going into will that mean doing?
I'll make that songs online also. I can make that on YouTube also. But yeah, for a wider reach, I think films would be the thing.
Have you started flirting? Clearly, you're in the right circles there.
Yeah. So I keep jamming with directors. I keep sharing ideas. They keep sharing ideas. अभी like significantly कुछ नहीं हुआ है. But I think I'm doing a film actually, but the producer is deciding इसको हिंदी में बनाए या मराठी में. So I don't know. But it's a good film. Like I'm doing good work. तो पता नहीं कहाँ पे लैंड होगा. But I recently did a Marathi film, 1 or 2 songs in that film.
Lovely.
So I'm on that direction, but I can, like, that's not the ultimate goal. The goal is to make good songs.
Correct.
I can distribute it however I want. I can, like, I have my own distribution system also now.
Correct.
Through YouTube. So that is a relief. If I want, I can just put my songs on YouTube. That is one goal. And second is, eventually I would like to share what I've learned. So
and teach.
That was there since a very long time, that I really want to explain how I learned and how one can use the available resources to learn what they want in terms of music, and how internet really is a magical place.
Agree. So हमने लोगों को बोला कि यार देखो हम तो ब्रांड है. हमने बोला कि यार हमने ये रेजर लॉन्च किया है, 99 रुपीज का है, because this is a beautiful price point.
Super.
All our disposable razors are 30 rupees and lesser.
Correct.
All the premium razor है 200 रुपए ऊपर.
Correct.
100 रुपए में कुछ नहीं, जो इंडियन रिटेल का स्वीट स्पॉट है. So that was the idea कि 100 रुपए में अच्छा प्रोडक्ट देना चाहिए. Aspirational brand, value in the product, delightful experience.
और क्वालिटी भी वही.
Quality, right? 3 blades, aloe vera, holding it right, etc. Movable head. So people get a good experience, especially younger consumers. तो हमने बोला लोगों को कि यार तुम्हारे जो कंटेंट, तुम्हारा आइडिया है, लास्ट ईयर तुमको बेचना है, तुम जाके बेचो. तुम्हारे पापा के पास फैक्ट्री है, तुम वहां जाके बेचो. तुम रोज लोकल में जाते हो, वहां बेचो. यू शुड सेल इन योर वर्ल्ड. डोंट गो आउट ऑफ द वे टू सेल. तुम अगर वन ऑफ द फाइनलिस्ट्स वाज एक्चुअली अ सेल्स पर्सन इन अ फार्मा स्टोर. तो वो दुकान में बैठता था और वहां पे भी यही बेचता था. अरे बढ़िया, वेरी कूल, दैट्स अ ग्रेट प्लेस. दिस वी टोल्ड पीपल, तुम्हारा जो भी कंटेंट बना रहे हो, you already have a followership, you already have an audience, they already follow you for something. It could be 100 people audience, it could be 10,000 people. Or it could be 2 lakh. you have to integrate this without, like what you are saying, it should not look like a departure. It should fit seamlessly. So we told Tanmay कि आप कैसे करोगे? तो तन्मय ने बोला यार मैं अलग Instagram का हैंडल ही बनाऊंगा called Hairwolf. And उस पे I will put my face and your razor and make sure that we tell people how to style their face. Werewolf का Hairwolf. फिर रेवन जो फूड फार्मर वाला है उसने बोला इसको अगर मेरे को बेचना है तो मैं इसका लेबल पढ़ूंगा.
हाँ जैसे हाँ करेक्ट वो यूजुअली भी करता है.
तो वो पूरा लेबल पढ़ा उसने यार एक वीडियो पे. He read the whole label, kind of scanned the QR code पूरा, और उसने like he kind of criticized it also in his usual loud and ये करेगा तो ये all of that, right? Kenny को पूछा, Kenny ने बोला यार I'll make comedy about this. Like I'll make comedy about how to judge people's looks and then give them recommendation. And we were like that's very interesting. So this was how like master creators are like on the spot thinking about how to integrate this. You have done it with obviously a lot of brands. But if you were to think about like a music creator who has to sell something as low engaging and totally different like a 99 rupee razor, what would you do?
तो एक तो I think see I can एक तो मैं वो नहीं कर सकता हूँ लेकिन content wise shaving like मैं sound में सोच रहा हूँ कि sound क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें. If I get a sound I'd make something out of it. Or I can make a okay there's अभी आया idea मेरे पास. So I can use the sound of this while the happens. I can make beats hi-hat उससे बना लूँगा. And
hi-hat is the
yeah correct part. That will come from that, and the song will also talk about the smoothness of this and how gentle it is. But also how dhardar it is. So the dhardar plus gentle plus smooth. And the sound I can try and make all the instrument which will be used in this jingle would be using this razor. I'll tap the razor, I'll shake it, I'll use the scratch sound and इसमें से जितना निकाल सकता हूँ मसाला वो हो जाएगा. But a song about a razor made using
the razor.
That
is insane.
Yes. Song about a razor made using the razor.
I've seen Charlie Puth do this also a lot.
Charlie Puth is my like that is also one of the goals. I want to collaborate with him and make a nice track with him.
He's able to like take a sound and like put a note to it.
He's too good यार. He's too. वो तो कुछ है. There's some genetic thing that you can recognize the name of the note of by listening.
He's right. Like people have tried to find कि showboat कर रहा है, झूठ बोल रहा है. नहीं, it's true.
नहीं झूठ नहीं बोल रहा. किसी में होता है. It's a genetic thing. किसी में मतलब इससे पैदाइशी thing होती है that you can able to correct. Like it is like as simple as that. What color is this? This is green.
Correct.
So it is people test him like it is something that he's doing, some magic he's doing. For him it is ये सी बज रहा है भाई. So
the two people like from that world who I think are brilliant are one is him, the other one is Billie Eilish and her brother. And वो क्या like their attention to detail. I don't know if you've seen their latest. They have like a huge printout of the notes written of a particular song. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I haven't.
Billie and her brother do that. I forget his name now. Phineas, right? Phineas. And they go to like एक part जहाँ पे वो formal notes का वो like the language is there. लेकिन इसको थोड़ा यहाँ पे करते हैं and let's bring this down a little bit. And then let's play it. And then they play. And then they're like teaching.
अच्छा वो visually उसको वो करके फिर उसको सुनते हैं. अच्छा.
So the process becomes so clear. And it's amazing how detail oriented it is. They've actually broken down their songs multiple times. And I think Logic Pro X में there's one song that Billie Eilish का आता है. वो actual project file उन्होंने just दिया है just to see how it sounds. Oh really?
It is there, so you can literally listen to each track and how they recorded
and deconstruct it.
Billie Eilish का एक गाना है इसमें.
बढ़िया. Before we let you go, one final word for creators. I know that you have spoken a lot about being patient, building a process, collaborating with a lot of good people, always being curious to learn. But beyond that, one word for people who want to get into the creation business, for people who are trying to understand content, something that maybe you wish someone would have told you in 2014, 15, 16 maybe.
I think the thing that worked for me is that I consumed a lot of content. They tell this about to writers also ना कि अगर आपको लिखना है कुछ अच्छा तो आपको बहुत पढ़ना पड़ेगा उसके लिए. So eventually कुछ ना कुछ permutation combination बन के कुछ idea आ जाएगा. So similarly, if you consume a lot of content actively, ऐसे नहीं कि बस सिर्फ scroll, but if you just analyze it roughly कि just what is common between the things that I've worked on the internet recently and what is common between the things that are recommended to you, what is the kind of thing you are feeding to the algorithm, what is the algorithm showing you. The more you consume, the better idea you have of the things that you should not do. Once you get to know what you should not do, the things that you are supposed to do, uska wo bandwidth narrow हो जाता है, and eventually you'll get at a point कि जहाँ समझना कि अच्छा ये करते हैं.
So actively keep thinking about.
Yeah, while consuming
pattern
also,
recognition.
yeah, कि इसमें अभी 1 million likes है, क्यों अच्छा इसका hook सही है. Now तो Instagram also has started doing it. This reel is trending because the hook is very
really?
catchy. Yeah, it's crazy. Recently, like I'm able to see it like last 2-3 days.
Really? I have not seen that.
Yeah. So Instagram, I think should I show you? मिल जाए. Now this is Gautami Patil dancing, but that's not the point. The thing is that 11K reels and reels use this audio. The audio inspired others to create. So this is Instagram telling me ki what has worked in this rising in popularity. 1 million it has crossed in 7 days. तो Instagram मेरे को बता रहा है कि क्यों ये चल रहा है. Rising in popularity. The hook was nice.
Wow.
So
they're basically encouraging people to do this pattern recognition.
Yes.
You're not guessing anymore. You should know why.
Yeah.
So the world actually wants you to do well.
Yeah. Like Instagram तो definitely wants you to put more content.
उनका चलेगा ना.
उनका चलेगा. डालते रहो बस.
Yashraj, this has been such a pleasure. Thank you for being so generous in your home, in your studio at such an odd hour.
Man, thank you for coming all the way, yaar.
No, our pleasure entirely. Like we're so happy to be here, and I think the idea, and now I think we should work together.
Yes, 100%.
Now we should work together.
And you have trimmers and all, no?
Yeah, we have a lot of trimmers. Yeah. We'll send you a full
trimmer has a better sound. No? You can scratch. मैं इसमें कितना निकालूँगा? Trimmer से कुछ कर सकते.
We'll send you a full hamper, of course, for usage also, but and to work with you, but also I think I really wish you the best.
Thank you.
You're someone who's worked so hard for so long and given so much joy to people. I think I'm also personally close to music. My mom is a classical music singer. My brother is a singer. My grandmother used to be one. My kaku is one. And I just feel like musicians, like tabla, for example. I learned from Pandit Arvind Kumar Srivastava, right, for like 7-8 years. I feel like he has so much to give to the world through his performances. But tabla is kind of, people kept looking for the next Ustad Zakir Hussain, right? And a lot of these amazing artists were not able to sell themselves as much. They were very Puritan in a way, right? Savai Gandharva mein bajayenge wo, they will like do their own thing. Maharashtra Mitra Mandal, but you are not going out, right? But now, for example, there is I don't know if you follow tabla, but there's a player called Yashwant Vaishnav.
Acha, no, I have not seen.
Boss, that guy's hands are magical. And I'm like, he's probably your age, young, 30 maybe, 28, late 20s, 30. But itka taiyar haath hai na, I'm like, boss, this guy can make this instrument mainstream again. And I think that's what should happen with art.
Yeah.
Like, it should become mainstream.
Yes.
Millions of people should watch it because
100%.
it's truly beautiful. And I really wish that everything you're doing, from your live sets to your brand work, to all your compositions, to everything that you do, I wish you the best.
Thank you. That's very kind. I saw you spoke about me in the first episode also in that.
Yeah. We're big fans. To be honest, like for us, this is all. 3 of us were like, we're getting to meet Yashraj in his den.
No, thank you for coming.
It's amazing what you
really enjoyed talking to you.
And thank you for giving so much joy to us. And thank you for being generous with your insights.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you.